All right, this is Uptick Project Updates, episode number 2. Brian, thanks for coming on again. So today, I think we wanted to start off with what is Uptick?
So the Uptick project is like a big umbrella to hold everything. Under the umbrella, I would say currently it's become very clear. So we have 3 major components. The first one is called Uptick Network. You can say it's a utility company, right? So to connect everything together. So on top of that, people enjoy the gas and the electric. They don't need to worry about which company and which location it comes from. It's more like a global logistics company, because that's the vision in our mind, is to create a interconnected infrastructure for the NFT business. And on top of that, so you can see we have two parts. One part is NFT marketplace. So currently you can see our mobile version of this NFT marketplace. And soon, just like we talked 2 weeks ago, so the web version will be ready very soon. Because with mobile and the web version, it will be a very complete terminals for people to play with, right? So because a lot of crypto community people, they're used to the web version type of user interface. So we need to build it, because we already have so many NFT assets created on Uptick Network. So we want to have more terminals, people can get access to that. So in general, you can say currently it looks like an application. It's like an NFT marketplace, first-hand, second-hand wallet, everything in one application. But essentially, it is we call it digital asset exchange, decentralized digital asset exchange. So this is like a general exchange platform for all kind of NFT digital asset. So that's the second component we're building. The third part will play a very important role in the long run, which is NFT ecosystem application groups. Just like, for example, if you want to build your own application or even your own type of marketplace, you can directly build on top of Uptick Network. Just like it's like a utility company for everybody.
So how many nodes are there now?
Currently, we have around 5 nodes. So because we're building in our own test environment, well, it's not a test, but it's a kind of centralized, small distributed environment. So we try to make sure it's validated, and also the nodes services will be packaged together to be easily installed or distributed in the next few months. I think in blockchain for decentralized application, we have a theory. They say, oh, you need to have a thick protocol layer and a thin application layer, right? That will be easily for other people to create their application on top of that. Some artists, they already talk to us because they're not feel good at just go to the marketplace, any type of marketplace to publish and sell. So that's, frankly speaking, it's not everything they want, right? So they want to, for example, they want to build a social circle for themselves. They want to build a forum around the marketplace for their own artworks. So based on their IP or group of IPs. So for those, we will open up to support them, build on top of Uptick Network, because we don't want to replace them. And also we don't want to force them to, you must join the Uptick marketplace. It doesn't matter. But so they have their domain specific application for themselves, for their own social circle, for their own community members. That's perfectly fine for us.
Have there been any security issues? Anyone, I don't know, trying to hack it or the system going down since it's been up and running?
Yeah, so this is very important. That's why we we don't open up right now, right? So we try to open up the network layer in next year, because there's a, once it's involved into the cross-chain transfer on the digital asset, the security issue is very important. So that's why we want to make it robust based on current Uptick marketplace first, to test it out to the maximum level that we want. At the same time, before we open up, it will also go through the audit process, right? To make sure it's secured, not by us, but also certified by third-party security company. So yeah, there will be a process to do. So I think that's the most important part, because before we can really make it open to everybody.
Who does all the work? Do you have a big programming background and you design everything, or you have some teams doing everything? How does that work?
Yeah, we have a team around 12 people right now. So focus on the core part of this project, which is Uptick Network, and also part of the Uptick Marketplace app. For the Uptick Network, so we have several blockchain engineers, and focus on the smart contract programming, and also everything related to the node services, this kind of, and also SDK to package everything together to provide the programming interface to the upper level. So yeah, our team is pretty good at that, because we have been in internet business for almost 20 years. So we have been working together for a long time.
The
so
same
myself,
team.
Yeah, myself is I have a programming engineer background. Like 20 years ago, I was focusing on the C++ programming, and after that, I have been kind of like a CTO, VP engineering in several companies that I created, and also like MSN China that I participated. So myself is heavy on the, I would say, engineering, software engineering, product, and the management right now. So for this Uptick project, I would say I would say the big project manager or product manager. Then we have different components distributed to my core team. So they are working together. Yeah.
Good. Are there some roadmaps or like white papers? Is there some written down information if people want to read up more?
Yeah, so this one, actually, we do have a white paper previously, but so we are trying to revise it to make sure it's more clear to be delivered to the public. So that will be part of the efforts for this year-end milestone. So in Q1 of 22, you can see a very clear white paper and with milestones. Actually, we already made some milestones, right? So pretty good milestones.
Yeah.
So in Q1 of 22, you can see a very clear described white paper with the website and also the software infrastructure application. So basically, everything will be in place. So this also the end of our, I would say, beta period, right? So for this year, so we are, I would say, it's more like in the beta period. So we're building everything, we are validating everything. At the same time, we are running the marketplace in the production mode to have the global user to have put their hands on that, right? So, and to start to publish their NFT assets. So, yeah, and currently we already accumulated more than 70,000 NFT assets and NFT works from the global users. So, with that set of the pretty good number of contents, you can see when we have a web version ready and also some utility software ready, you can see next year it will be not only the software itself, but very vivid content on top of that software, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that will be a pretty good moment to attract more people, pay attention to Uptick project and participate.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. We could go on and on, but let's change gears. Let's talk about the NFT market in general. You said that people kind of associate NFTs with crypto art, and that's true. And I guess a lot of people associate blockchain with only Bitcoin or some digital currency. So it's not completely accurate, but that's where we're at. What do you think about the current state of the NFT industry these days?
Well, I think the current NFT market is still in a very, very early stage, even though there's a pretty good, exciting moments, right? So in this year, so which is kind of it's very exciting for the creative community to have more people get involved, not only the blockchain engineer themselves. So this is a big step, I would say, even though it's still in very early stage. So the good part is the whole world. So basically, I don't need to explain what is NFT anymore, right? So in most places, people know this word and they know its value, but probably they don't know the definition yet. The other part I think is not ready is the long-term story for the NFT market, because most people say, okay, the liquidity of NFT asset is not enough, right? So in most cases, you can go and buy NFT, no matter it's artwork or collectibles or something else. But after that, what happened, right? So probably not many people will buy from you in the secondhand market. So without that kind of liquidity, it's difficult to maintain the NFT asset value, right? So yeah, I think that's a big problem in the whole industry level. So that's why in our case, we really want to find, I think the solution is to find more usage for those NFT assets, no matter it's artwork, collectible cards, or even an e-ticket, right? Ticket. So that's why we think collectible and functional NFT, they should combine together and find more use cases and put into more applications. I want to see how far it can go. It's a one-time excitement, or it's a sustainable way, right, to utilize or monetize your NFT asset. So yeah, I think it's quite exciting to for people like us in this industry to find a real value for the NFT assets. And there's a huge opportunity in front of us.
Yeah.
At the same time, in Uptick network, we also try to define it in the marketplace and applications we try to build. For example, like e-ticket scenario. So it's not just for collectible, it's like a functional e-ticket. If you buy it, you have to use it, right? Otherwise, it might be expired. So you have to use it. But after you use it, it will be converted to a collectible NFT, which is like a badge, like a stamp to prove your attendance, or to prove you are the fans of these celebrities. So that is a step to show the value of this NFT, right? And probably in most cases, people don't want to trade it easily, right? They want to hold it to either to show off, or maybe they see some long-term value for that. So yeah, so we gradually are trying to find such real monetization use case for an NFT asset in your hand. And also, like we support an MP4 video, but the video, it doesn't make sense. You just buy a video, store in your wallet, and to view it 100 times a day, right? So basically, you buy a video is probably you can buy the rights to replay it, and to replay it into a rental market or a subscription-based market.
Mm-hmm.
That will make the business model complete, right? So yeah, I see a lot of things are happening. So I will say probably in next year, we're already in December. Next year, we can see more domain-specific NFT application happen in the market, and which is more connected to our social life, our real life, right? So no matter it's a digital or offline life. So that will be more interesting for me, I would say.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it's going to be like a year from now. There's a lot of changes all the time, and
yeah. So you're basically, we need to look for the trend, and to build beyond the current status, right? So we all say the best product engineer, product manager lives 6 months beyond our current time, right? So we need to make sure we are prepared, and we can see, or not directly see, but we can feel that's the correct direction we need to do. So that's the way we feel. Probably it's also in this NFT market right now, because I can say we can see more domain-specific NFT applications. Currently, a lot of games, right? GameFi are playing with the NFT. Still, I want to see how sustainable that will be, right? So, but anyway, there will be a lot of NFT domain-specific application in the future, next year. At the same time, when more application or more people they get involved in this NFT digital asset, you can see more and more demands for the cross-chain interoperability, right? So there, for example, if you want to go to the Metaverse application, the Metaverse is not built by one company, one team, right? It's decentralized community efforts. They all build something, but once you want to make sure that NFT asset can be transferable and interoperable between those metaverse space, that you can see immediately need for the cross-chain, reliable cross-chain transfer functions.
Let's talk about copyright too, or protecting artists' rights. I think you and I have talked about it a little bit before, and it's a hot topic. Do you have any opinion you want to start off with, or?
Yeah, that's also a very important topic. I think we had a pretty good discussion in the community. So I think a lot of creators they have very big concern on the copyright protection of their works. And also they don't want to see somebody else works be copied by somebody, right? So that's very sensitive to creators, no matter artists or designers or somebody else. But the problem is, if it's a company who is managing a platform, they can put a very strict rule on to pre-approve some contents, right, before it go to the public market. It will be involved a lot of manpower, right, and also technology. Totally. Screening the software will be involved. That's how people do in current internet business, right? But in decentralized world, I just feel it's in current status, we still can do some of that, but in the decentralized world, it's difficult to maintain such way. So I'm always thinking, if there's a better way for people to participate, to judge and decide which content is appropriate or which whether it's a copyright protected, something like that. Because I believe for the people who involved in this circle, they have their wisdom, right, to express and also decide together. So which actually is leading us to the ultimate goal, like a DAO type of organization, right? So everybody can contribute contents, and also everybody can be the protector of those contents, right? To be the opinion leader of those contents. So with that in place, a decentralized content management, I would say, probably be more stable one we can use. But still, I think there's it requires some time to do that. So that even right now in our marketplace, we also put some operation person to review this content every day. At the same time, we open up the complaint function for our users, right? So for anybody you see something you feel is not right, you can file a complaint to the platform. So we will immediately to look into that and handle it. But still, I think that that's very time and manpower consuming. So we can do it now, but for the long term, I think a DAO type of organization is the best solution.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Are there some models you can easily copy, or do you have to build everything from scratch?
Well, there's no clear model we can directly copy. So actually, internally, we're building a prototype. Try to do that. Just like everybody can participate, just like a Uber model, right? So when if something happened, so for example, John, you feel this content is a faked one, you feel very uncomfortable with that, you can immediately file a ticket to the community, and other people can grab this ticket and make their own judgment and vote for that, right? So when certain threshold is passed, this content will be delisted, or otherwise it will be still there, because that represents the consensus of the community, right? So that's a basic model we try to build. At the same time, probably by next year, first half of next year, we'll put into practice, because at that time we will have our token economy ready at the same time, because it's very important. People needs to be incentive to have incentive for people to do that, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody likes to waste their time to sit in there. So we need to have an economic model to really drive people to participate and get rewarded for the good things they are doing. So that's also the spirit of the blockchain, right? So type of a business. Yeah. So basically, that's the basic model we're trying to build. I expect to see it will be put into our marketplace platform probably in Q1 of next year. Yeah.
Exciting. Cool. Okay. Well, I think that's about all we have for time this week. But thanks a lot, Brian. Is there anything else you want to cover before we go?
So we covered what is Uptick project. We also discussed a little bit about NFT market and also the copyright concerns. Yeah. So I believe it's not just for Uptick project, but also for the anybody who cares about NFT industry. So we will keep doing that. So hopefully in next talk, I can share more progress with you probably by end of the December. We do have several big milestones in December. We're keeping working hard on that.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Brian. And I guess, yeah, if
Yeah.
viewers have any topics they want us to talk about or have any questions, they could put it in the comments in YouTube or put it in the
Of course.
Telegram chat, right? And there's links
Yeah.
to that in the show notes. So yeah,
Yeah.
please get involved. Okay, take care.
Okay, thank you.
See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye-bye.